gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the APFC at a catch weight of 130 pounds. Sponsored by Combat Corner. And now introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist standing 5 feet 9 inches tall. Official weight 135 pounds. Coming in tonight, making his debut from Chicago, Illinois, Anthony Guerra. And across the cage, his opponent fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist standing 5 feet 3 inches tall. Official weight 129.7 pounds. And coming in tonight with a record, 1 victory, no defeats. From Aurora, Illinois, I am Axl Ariza. And your referee in charge is Skylar Slay.
Skylar Slay, third man in here at the APFC cage. We get going in Hammond, Indiana. Ben the Bane Davis here alongside David Evans. Thank you for tuning in. No better way to kick off the night than a catch weight of 130 pounds, David.
Man, I'm excited. Both of these guys look ready to go.
That F3 sponsorship right in the middle. Man, we've had a couple of those earlier today, and pretty damn good energy drinks.
Bane, I'm having one right now. Give me about 10 minutes and I'm gonna be lit.
Oh, shot already right there from Ariza. Guerra defending nicely.
Ariza in on that single leg. However, he shot in with his head down, so he's gonna have a little tougher time finishing. He's now transitioning to a double, keeping that pressure, driving his shoulder into his opponent's midsection. You know, he's in a good spot to start off.
Ariza in the green shorts, Guerra in the black with the white unders. And he's doing all the right things, it looks like, mechanically to defend this.
I think it's safe to say Ariza considers himself to be a wrestler, right? He's doing all the fundamental things, you know, keeping his opponent pressed against the cage. He has better head position now, so he's in a better spot to finish, now transitioning to the ankle. But Guerra's fighting, man. He's keeping his head away, using his hands, and he's in here to fight.
We talked about a 6-inch reach disadvantage for Axl Ariza. One way to completely negate that is force the grappling right off the rip.
Force the grappling, close that distance, get your hands on your opponent. Whenever you're the shorter fighter, that's the biggest, you know, intangible you have to fight, man, is getting past those limbs. Once you get within elbow range of them, now you can work. That's what we see Ariza do.
Teeing off in the pocket, couple shots connected, but Ariza back in on the hips. Guerra defending nicely. I mean, the takedown defense has held up midway through round 1.
The defense has been very good. He also found a window to throw some strikes, right, with his back against the cage. I think that's a testament to his mindset more than anything. He's not panicking. He's not in the best position. However, he's not throwing caution to the wind. He's looking for a way out, and when he sees it, he's going to take advantage of it.
Now, as the scoring criteria continues to evolve, more damage is what's valued. These positions, I would say, are just kind of a stalemate, David.
For sure. I mean, there's a lot more going on than it looks right now. I mean, these are some of the more exhaustive periods of the fight, man. When you have someone pressing your back against the cage and the cage is working against you when your back is against the cage, man.
Doesn't feel good, man.
They're fighting for every inch right now.
You could already see that red bruising on the right side of Guerra. A little bit of a laceration potentially on the nose of Axl Ariza.
One of those shots, man, as Guerra had his back against the cage, he just let off a good 1-2-3 combination, and it paid off for him.
And if you're Guerra, being patient is obviously the move, but at what point do you start to maybe force the defense to try and separate more?
You never want to force. He's in a great position. You know, he has cage control here.
Big shot. Axl Ariza desperately in on the hips, gets him down. Man, Guerra had him hurt.
See, we see what happens when Guerra gets his space. So if you're
flattened out here with 15 seconds to go. Axl Ariza, David, likely doesn't have the time to do much.
No, he doesn't. He just needs to maintain control here. He lost control a little bit. We thought Guerra is here to fight, and we saw what happens when Guerra is able to utilize his distance. So now you're Ariza, you know that you cannot take that risk going forward.
First round in the can here in Hammond, Indiana at APFC. Axl Ariza's wrestling was quite prominent, David, but as we look through these replays, some of those shots from Guerra kind of caught him.
Yeah, man, Ariza was doing a great job closing the distance. However, whenever he stepped back and gave Guerra that space, that's when he paid the price. He needs to stick to his game plan. He came out here wrestling, closing the distance, his mother and his opponent, and he was doing well. But the second he let off the gas, he put himself in danger. So now going into the second round, he needs to do more of the same and take less breaks.
It did seem like several of the exchanges that Axl Ariza was damaged in, he almost initiated by backing off.
Very much so. It's sometimes as a fighter, you can get caught up in the moment and you start to overwhelm yourself, so you take a step back. However, when you take that step back, you're allowing your opponent real estate to get back in the fight. And as we see, Guerra is going to take every opportunity that he has, so that's not someone you can play with.
The debut of Anthony Guerra finds itself in the second round. I am Axl Ariza, trying to remain undefeated. Couple deep breaths from Guerra as we get going here in round 2. Southpaw unorthodox. Oh, David Evans clips him there. Couple big shots by Ant Guerra.
Beautiful left hand right down the middle by Guerra. Just clean. Didn't load up, just stayed in good position, and he's always in position to throw multiple strikes because of it.
Oh, Axl Ariza down and out. Anthony Guerra snaps the streak and welcomes himself to the win column, David.
I said something about throwing multiple strikes, and the second I said it, he put the lights out, man. Volume, volume, volume. He's a testament. Keeping it simple with your striking can be so effective and efficient. He didn't throw much into any of those shots, just a nice 1, 2, 3, as we saw a few times in the fight here, the replay. He stays calm, cool, nice right hook,
wow.
Left hand right hook. Beautiful. Beautiful work by Guerra.
Axl Ariza just kind of caught in the pocket there, sitting on the center line.
I think he was so focused on closing the distance, he forgot one of the more important things is moving your head. You have to move your head on that center line whenever you're working your way on the inside there.
Good news is the young Axl Ariza is up smiling. Seems like, hey, you know what? It's the amateur career. This is the time to take situations like that and learn from them.
Yeah, man, there's only 2 things in this sport. There's a humble fighter and one that will be. We've all been there. We're all going to be there. There's so many ways to lose. Looks like he's having fun. That's the more important thing.
He did just try to exit the cage here.
You know, he did get knocked out.
True,
You know,
that's true.
He has to gather himself a little bit, maybe.
Let's send it inside to make that stoppage official to handsome Michael Hansen.
Referee Skylar Slade called a stop to the contest. The official time, 22 seconds of round number 2 for your winner by knockout, Anthony Guerra.
What more can you say? Stuck to what worked, and now 1-0. That was an interesting submission that he won by, I'd say. My favorite sub's a knockout, David. Let's take one more look at it.
Philosophical submission, okay? That beautiful right hook, left hand, right hook, 2-3-2 down the middle. He was throwing it the whole fight. He was looking for it. You know, just keeping his chin down, keeping his hands up, staying balanced, and it allowed himself to be in a position to strike at all times.